Hello, folks. Looks like I am live. How do you do? It's Bradley J. And this is the Bradley J. Show. I need to talk about, as you can see in the title, what to do about motorbikes, e-bikes, and bicycle scofflaws, really creating a dangerous situation. There are even motorized motorcycles. There are even commercial motorbikes using the bike lanes. I live in an area where they put in new bike lanes and they has dedicated lights for bikes, and I would say maybe 3 out of 100 stop for the light. A light that was put up there at great expense because somebody thought it was important, and they're ignored, and folks know that nothing's going to happen to them. Even on motorized scooters, which should be in the road, not on a bike lane, they go on the bike lanes and sometimes even the sidewalks and blow through the light. They'll even come off the road, go onto the bike lane, and blow through the light and then get back on. What can we do? I'm addressing this primarily to Brookline, Massachusetts, but there are probably similar situations where you live. Before we go on, I want to, as you may know, I do a karaoke night at City Winery. The next one is July 11. It's called Bradley Oki, Vino and Vocals with Bradley J. at City Winery. First one was very great, and the next one will sell out. Small room, only 18 pair of tickets left. Go to the citywinery.com/Boston to purchase tickets. That's July 11. Now back to the thing at hand. Let me set the scene. And please share this if it resonates with you. If this is Brookline, share it to someone who's a decider. If this is, another town, you can do the same thing. I don't know what your town or city government structure is, but send it to a decision maker. Because something's got to be done. For some reason, it seems as though motorbikes, e-bikes, and bicycles are immune from any sort of traffic law. And I'm not one of these, boomers who hates bikes. Bikes. I like them. It's great. It's the future. It's the answer. Got to do this stuff. But it's not numb, as John Goodman says in The Big Lebowski. There are rules. You got to have rules. You're putting me at risk as a pedestrian. I got to say, I feel about bicycles like bicycles feel about cars, because I am in danger, and there's an attitude there that is ugly. Let me set the scene. I live in the Gateway East area of Brookline. It's Route 9. And there's an area that they did over very nicely, landscaped very nicely, and really laid out well, and built beautiful bike lanes and sidewalks. Beautiful bike lanes. A bike lane on each side. It has a specific direction clearly marked. If you're going one way, you're on that bike lane. If you're going another way, you're on that bike lane. And what I see is e-bikes, bicycles, and motor scooters using the bike lanes and even the sidewalks. And here's why it's dangerous. You're a pedestrian. You got to watch out. Bicyclists, just like you. So you have to watch out for traffic. Bicyclists, we have to watch out for traffic and watch out for you. So when I'm trying to cross the street, I'm waiting for the walk signal. A lot of people don't. I do. I wait for the walk signal, and if I don't check, even though there's a walk signal, even if there's a red light, I have to check the sidewalk to make sure there's not a bike or a motorcycle on the sidewalk. I have to check the bike lane. Then I have to check and make sure people are really, stopped at the light. And a lot of times, I almost get hit. Before I take a step, I look and whoosh, a bicycle or an e-bike, which is an e-bike is a dangerous thing. A lot of people think it's the answer. And yeah, in a way it is. But there still have to be laws because those are heavier and faster than bicycles. Some of them go 30 miles an hour and they weigh a lot. And if they hit you, they can kill you. If you're an older person or a kid, definitely kill you or damage you. Break your hip, break your face. And then there's the commercial vehicles. The delivery folks, and I get it, it's an integral part of our society now. That's great. But a motor scooter, like an actual Vespa or something like that, loaded up with food on the back, on a sidewalk or in a bike lane, is unacceptable. And it's dangerous. Besides being irritating, that's just like, they're all giving me the finger, the pedestrian, ignoring me. And really, pedestrians, well, I shouldn't have to be at risk like that. And there are rules to protect people. That's the number one job of a government, to protect its people. You need to protect the pedestrians, people who walk. Old folks, young folks, kids, groups, really, really at risk, and nobody seems to care. What are you going to do about it? Throw up your hands and say there's nothing you can do? I understand that police can't do it. It's not something that they should be spending their time on. It would be nice, though, if you did see something like that, if you did something, because it does matter. When if an officer stops someone blowing through a red light in a car, it's for safety reasons, because someone might get hurt. You might hit another car. But, I mean, in a car, you have the protection of a car around you. When you're a pedestrian, you don't. So, what can be done? Well, there's technology now that will take care of it. It's quite simple. And it's something that folks don't like, but one answer is, well, you could hire people to simply enforce the law. Like, it could be a job that you pay minimum wage, and there are people that will give tickets out to people who break the law, but you can't catch them. You can't catch the lawbreakers because they're speeding off. A pedestrian can't catch them. So what do? You have to do this. There has to be a registration. Any vehicle of any kind that has two wheels, maybe even one wheel, but for now two, has a registration. And at every light, there's a camera. And if you blow through the light, it takes a picture of your registration. Registration has to be clearly visible. It could even have a chip. Maybe it doesn't even have to be visible. And you automatically get a ticket. And you automatically get have to pay. And if you don't, you lose your registration, or a lien gets put on your driver's license. There's some sort of automatic repercussion for doing this. Public safety, public safety, public safety. Bikes are great, but they cannot be immune to the rules of public safety. Now, are we going to wait till your grandmother gets killed by a food deliverer on the sidewalk or on a bike path? Are we going to wait till your child is injured by somebody blowing through a red light because you started to walk when the walk signal told you to walk, and you're paying attention to the rules and they're not? Are you going to wait? I guess you are, but I'm not going to remain silent anymore. I'm going to, make an issue out of it. And then you'll be on notice. And when somebody is injured, there won't be any, oh, I didn't know. So please send this to the deciders. In this case, Brookline, but even in your town. Especially if it's a town where priority is given to bikes and bike lanes. One side note, what I'm talking about endangers bicyclists too. When you have motorized, gasoline engine motorized scooters on bike paths, not only does it endanger the pedestrian, it endangers the cyclist. There are bicycle paths, bike paths. And there are different classes of e-bikes. And just because an e-bike is operated by electricity rather than gasoline doesn't make it any less dangerous when it hits you. I know at least one town person who doesn't take that seriously. I addressed it with them, and they blew me off. So now at least somebody, maybe other folks have brought this up, but at least somebody is raising the flag and saying, look, this is an issue, and if something does happen, well, it's on you because you have been put on notice, and if you didn't do anything, then it will be on you, I should say. So there you go. That is it for now. What else should I say? You can go to I'd love to see you at karaoke. Be careful crossing the street. Don't get hit by an e-bike or a scooter. And it's the July 11 at City Winery. The last one was great. Oh my God, it was so much fun. This one is on the way to selling out. It's still a month to go. Exactly a month. It's a month from today. There are only now, I think, 17 more pairs of tickets left. It's fun if you buy a group of 4, and you can sing with 4 people. Those are the most fun. Duets and threesomes and foursomes, the most fun. So come with a group. And so if there are only 18 pair of tickets, how many is that? That's like, I don't know, 9 groups of 4. That's it. This is a serious thing. I have a comment here. Unicycles exempt. I said for now, would concentrate on, I addressed that, John Henry. I said for now, 2-wheel vehicles. If I notice a problem with unicycles, then of course, yes, then that's absolutely. If a unicycle hits you, that's no fun either. And I'm talking about kids and the elderly, especially. You could take somebody right out, break a hip, seriously injure. Okay. So yes, John Henry. Yes, unicycles not exempt. No. I did address that. You must have joined late or not paid attention. See you at karaoke 1 month from today at the City Winery. Start thinking about what song you want to sing. The app I use has got 59,000 songs. It's got them. It's not got them all, but man, it's got most. It's pretty tough for you to think of something it doesn't have. Also, don't forget about Come Together. I think it's the 16th next week. I mean, this Saturday with Chachi and John Logan, the Beatles show, Father's Day show at City Winery as well. That's probably it. They generally start at noon. All right, bye now.